Our next nominee for Sustainability Award is a firm we all know and have probably used. Our friends at Martin & Martin have changed the game when it comes to water reuse in the state of Colorado.
Martin & Martin is a civil and structural engineering firm rooted and based with our headquarters in Jefferson County. We've been here for decades, plan to be here for decades more. We've had the luxury of working in all 50 states and on all 7 continents, and there's very few firms in the world that can say that same thing. The work that we do is from a very small design to some of the largest, most public-facing projects in the country, and we've been fortunate to be a part of some of the greatest, including NREL, Lockheed, Denver Water. Sustainability really is important to everybody, and we have keyed in on sustainability for years. In 1998, we had the opportunity to help the federal government master plan the NREL campus here in Jefferson County, which arguably was one of the most important projects that I think I've ever worked on and that we've ever worked on, because it has such a big footprint across the country, and there's only a handful of places like NREL in the world. But that gave us a passion about helping build our communities and make our communities better. What was unique about the Denver Water campus, and it's the first of its kind in the state of Colorado, is for the first time legally, we were able to reuse water. And so water, because Denver Water is who they are, we forget to talk about the energy of water. And the energy to treat water is sometimes more significant. For every time we turn on a sink or get water out of a water fountain, we get 1 beneficial use out of that water, but it takes 2 treatments, so twice the amount of energy to use that water 1 time. Why Denver Water was so significant is we're using a 1 water scenario to use the right kind of water for the right application of that water, saving both the water and the energy to treat the water. If we didn't do it with them, and if we didn't do it now, it may never have been done. The Denver Water Project is rooted in setting an example and knocking over the first domino of water reuse, not only in the state of Colorado, but in the Western US. And that's important. Water is an exhaustible source, and we're using more of it than we have currently, which is why we're building more reservoirs. For the Denver Water campus, when we decided that we were going to reuse water, 2 things had to happen. We had to change codes in the city and county of Denver. The plumbing code at the time didn't accommodate what we needed to design on this project, and so we worked with the city and county of Denver to change the plumbing code. More importantly, and more difficult though, is we had to modify and change state regulations. And on the Denver Water campus, because they are who they are, they have the resources that they have, we worked with them for 2 years to modify state regulations to design and build the vision that we and Denver Water had together for their campus to lead and progress the industry forward. For the first time in any project that I've worked on, we stamped the plans and had the design completely finished a year before it was legal to construct what we designed. It was so interesting to work with them and to be part of that process, to walk alongside that 2-year span of changing state regulations to allow this to occur. And at the end of the day, what we created was a facility that I believe is going to be a very strong example of what can be done with the right vision anywhere in the metro region.